You are about to enter the Chrome Dome.
Alright, Chrome Domers, welcome back to week 21 of our Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Zero to Hero Challenge as we head on towards Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and it's been a pretty, I'd call it exciting week. So we've made a lot of improvements to the roster, and the biggest and most important, most exciting thing, we have our first relic. As I mentioned, I believe it was last week, we considered, should we relic, should we not? And I went ahead and decided to relic Darth Vader, Jedi Knight Anakin, and then move on into and Emperor Palpatine, even though he's a Supreme Leader Kylo Ren requirement. So we're moving on and working on these guys, and we have Vader's there, and I had all the materials, so I rushed him on up to Relic 4 today, and he's actually in pretty good shape at this point. It made a huge difference on a lot of aspects. So first of all, Relic 4, very, very effective now. Very effective. Secondly, it also boosted his ship up to a massive 57,000 GP over here, which was a huge bump. And a majority of our bump from this week was from that scenario. So that's the big news. GAC starts tomorrow. We'll be signing up and joining in that, and we anticipate pushing up to Carbonite 1 and promoting it up to Bronzium. So we have 6 weeks basically to get ready for Carbonite and 10 teams. So we have our 6 teams, and they're looking really good now. If you take a look here, we have in the GAC teams, we have 87K Geonations that we've had for a while. Padme team is all level 85, all at least gear 9, all have all their abilities unlocked that are not, all the basic abilities up to 7s, and in very good shape for that. Kenobi is still only 5 stars, but one step at a time, he's got to get there. The Qui-Gon Jinn team is very strong now, as we've seen. They've been doing very well, and I'm also going to go ahead and bring Kenobi up to 85 just to finish that team off. The CLS team is certainly one of our weaker teams, but it's still very strong with Commander Luke Skywalker and Han, and they hold on very, very well as well. And now the Empire team is absolutely incredibly strong with Palpatine heading towards relics. Vader's already there. You've got Mara Jade now up to level 85. You've got Darth Sion up to level 85. And I'm setting this team up as a duo team in the future, as we can take Palpatine and Vader as a double relic team and just crush somebody for some banners. Really help us a lot. And as we bring up other teams, we can bring in Tarkin, Jade, and Sion into other teams as we get there. And the Grievous Droids team, everybody's up to level 85 now. We're starting to gear up people. We started to purchase IG-88 shards from the arena store, so he's moving up the ranks and being more effective here. We're still only 58k, but we are running Betaloid Monstrosity. And if you look here, he is as far as he can go until he gets to 7 stars, which will be a little while. It's hard to find those shards for Grievous. They don't show up often. It's a little bit of a challenge. Moving up through that, and going forward, our next teams that we're going to be working on, the whole set of First Order here, KRU, OG Kylo, First Order Officer, First Order Executioner, and First Order TIE Pilot, and I am buying some TIE Pilot shards as I see them. That will be our next focus, is these guys, and then after that, our focus will be Bounty Hunters. We'll be working on getting Boss, Jango, Boba, Cad Bane, and Zam Wessel, and hopefully we'll be close to Zam's Omicron by then, and be able to really use that to bump Bounty Hunters into the next tier for GAC, and this will be our last team to come in here, and we'll also have a backup team of some kind that we'll toss in the back row. But that is our plan, and we only have 6 weeks to get there, basically, because we're just going to go ahead and assume that we promote out of Carbonite into Bronzium and start planning towards that direction. I do expect to have the KRU team in decent shape by then, but I don't know. Maybe Bounty Hunters will be up. It's a real mystery to see how far we can get with that. But we are definitely going to be short teams in a major way. But I think everybody else there is going to be short teams too. So hopefully we can run some strong defenses. underban some teams and be able to get some victories through there as we rise through Carbonite up until, and we're still probably a solid 5 to 6 months away from Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, so we've got some time. I don't expect us to promote out of Carbonite until we have Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and then I expect us to skyrocket. So let's take a look at where we stand on things now. As you can see here, week 21, we are at 535,000 Toon GP. We've gained 24,000 this week. Last week and the week before, we were in the 19-ish range, 19, 18, 17 range. Most of that comes from relicking Vader. Gave us a big bump there. Ships jumped up quite a bit here, almost 30,000, and the majority of that was relicking. Vader really bumped up his ship, as well as the fact that I was able to toss on, now that I'm doing the final tier of the Zeta challenge, I'm getting quite a few more of the materials that I need to upgrade their abilities to the higher levels, and I've been working on that and been able to maintain #1 in fleet quite easily whenever I have the time to attack. And as you can see here, we jumped up almost 50,000. So 49,600, 49,400 there. And our Rita team has also jumped up a decent amount because Vader is the last reinforcement on that, even though he doesn't actually come in. So that's where we stand on that. I've also added on the status page gear levels. So you can see here, KRU is gear 7, Palpatine is gear 9, everyone else is gear 1, but this will allow us to better track how close we are to relicking and finishing off these people. And what I will do is when they are finished, I will put a green, I'll change their name to green, so we'll notice that, as you can see here, TIE Silencers probably already should be a green for the finalizer event, but everybody else is moving along pretty well. KRU's Command Shuttle is still the slowest of everything, but everybody else is moving on up. All everybody's at 5, a couple at 6s, and we're giving up there. And we also finished up Boba Fett's 7 stars this week just by accident because he was there, but that's pretty much finished. Bosk is a big project for the future, but not right now. Vulture Droid is almost to 6 stars, and Hyena Bomber did make 5 stars, so that has made our arena team very, very strong as well. So I thought one thing we would do for those that were interested is we would go in here and right now fight for rank 1. So this is a pretty solid negotiator team now, very, very strong. But let's see if we can take them down. You can kind of see how this Malevolence team is working. I am running the tank start, which is one of the options, kind of with Sunfac, Hynabama, and Vulture Droid. The true tank start is actually Sunfac, Hynabama, and Houndstooth, with Vulture Droid and Spy in the reserve. But I don't have a very good Houndstooth yet, so we're just going with this setup. But it's a pretty tanky lineup. The idea between the tank lineup is just to survive long enough to get to the ultimate and then win from there. And I've done it a few times, but normally we win before that. Alright, so here they come, coming in straight for Vulture Droid. And we're going to go ahead and go over here and stun our big boy KRU. They took out our Vulture Droid, which is fine. We're going to go ahead and unability block this dude. Hyena Bomber, pop in there, get some, what do you call them? Buzz droids going. Alright, so you've got some back here. Can also come over here. I think we're going to go here to avoid the retaliations. Yeah, let's go here. Alright, we get the retaliation on that over here now. Alright, start doing some damage to people. Alright, lots of people. And I think we're going to come in and take this dude out. He's a bit of an issue with all of his fancy ass stuff he does. So we come in, one-shot him with Spy. And I guess we have to go here now since the taunt's up. Here comes angry JKA, even angrier JKA now. And let's get rid of JKA. There we go. He's out. bringing in a backup Darth Vader. Alright, so we have no buzz droids on anybody. Let's get that on him. Alright, down goes Sunfac, which is fine because we're now going to go ahead and let's go ahead and shoot this guy back here. Get another Vulture droid up. Oh, well, there we go. Got rid of that. And not quite yet. Going to get offense up, and that's a lot. Okay. Almost dead and done. So that's a pretty solid, that was a negotiator, a 5-star negotiator that we rolled through without a whole lot of problems to take over rank 1 in the shards. So very impressive group here, just really holding on solid, 296k, and as you can see in the lineup, it's really just I only use 4 ships. I never even called in Soldier or Vader. Vader never gets called, and Soldier rarely gets called. It's normally Malevolence, generating buzz droids, and going to town that way. So our farming process, let's show the farming real quick before we head out of here. So if you take a look here on the farming, Darth Sion is almost finished. He needs one more ability upgrade here, and he'll be done. Then we'll move on to topping off Kanan, who is sitting over here with most of his stuff in pretty decent shape. He's got a few things to top off there. We'll top him off. Then we'll jump into Droideka Heavy, who's all at 3s. Obi-Wan is also has a few things up here at 5s and 7s, but we'll finish him off while we're doing things, because we're not going to be using anybody else other than these guys. And of course, Madagard also needs his stuff pumped up, but we're not really using any. This is it for us. Everybody else is already done. Gear farming, we are going Palpatine first, and then we're going to go into JKA up into relics. You will see Magnagard is marked here. He is just waiting on car bounties. So many car bounties needed that we just have car bounty people waiting in the wings. Anakin is 3 pieces away from Gear 12, so we'll do that one next after we get Palpatine up, and then we'll come back here and pick up whatever we can for our good buddy IG-88 over here and let him finish up. Leveling up, only 2 guys that are teams that are not level now are Stormtrooper Han and Obi-Wan, and we'll pop those guys up pretty quickly here to 85, and then we'll also finish up KRU and make sure that he gets modded and levels up all his mods. All our mods are at level 15 as well, but we do need to start working on slicing our mods. So we have a lot of slicing materials. We've been farming slicing materials, but we need to start starring up our speed bots. So I'm going to be going through, and what I do is I go in and take a look at my speed mods by just going in here, opening this up, sorting by speed, filtering only unassigned off, so I get all mods, and go through here and say, oh, look, mod needs to be leveled up. Oh, look at that. There's a 20 speed right there off the bat, baby. That's what you need when you're looking hard. Come down here. Here's one for Kenobi. Going to pick up a little bit more defense and a little bit more protection. Doesn't suck at all. And we'll just go through and do them in speed order for people to get those. Just focus on the speed. Focus on the speed. That's the key. That's the key stat you're looking for. But as you can see, if I come in here for this one, it's 90k to go from purple to gold. So it does take a significant amount of money. That's where our extra money is going to go for the next couple weeks before we start leveling up, in between leveling up people to add to the squads. So that's where we're at, and we'll be back on, let's see, sign up is Monday at 2 my time, which is Pacific, and that means that the first battle will be Tuesday at 2, so we'll probably do that Tuesday night, so look for that first episode. Actually, that's going to be setting, it'll be Tuesday. So Monday at 2 is sign up, Tuesday at 2 is setting defenses, and Wednesday at 2 will be the first fight, and then Friday at 2, and then Sunday at 2 will be the next 2 fights. So that's where we stand. We'll be back with GAC on Wednesday. Until then, OBG out.